Yo, what's going on, guys? Another episode of Domshon Fishing. Today, again, I don't have the old 10-pounder. It is MIA still, you know, the boat doctor. The old 10-pounder rescuer is not getting back. He hasn't finished the boat yet, so I don't have a boat. That means today, as you can tell by the title, is a shore fishing mission. We're gonna go on ourselves a little adventure here. Hopefully, you know, find a spot or two to catch a fish. Don't really know of a whole lot of spots to shore fish just because it's been 2 years now that I haven't had to shore fish. So it could be interesting. What I want from you guys is to hit the like button because we need all the help we can get to catch some fish today. So every single like will just help that, you know, process of getting that. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because once that boat gets back, you can believe me, we'll be catching some giants this year. So without further ado, I'll see you guys on the water. One more thing, if you have not already checked out my last video, my rod and reel arsenal, and if you ever are curious as to what rod I'm using in today's video or any future video, refer back to that video because all the rods I'll be using are in that video for the most part, at least. I might change one or two, but that's about it. All right, now on to the chesty. All right, so we're at the first spot. It is a boat landing, so could be busy. No boats here yet, so I'm gonna make the most of it and try to catch a fish. All right, well, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that there's not any fish here. So we shall move on to spot number 2. All right, second spot. This is a spot that, you know, definitely has potential to have fish, and there won't be a million boats, you know, coming in and out of this spot. So we'll see what I can do here. All right, let's keep on keeping on. There's one. Just a little guy. Hit it right up next to the shore. Look at him. Old dude is just tiny. Well, as I usually say, let him go, let him grow. Oh, I think I'm snagged on a tree. Well, I'm gonna be down to one chatterbait after this. If I can even break the line. I don't think I got anything to cut the line with too. Hoofda. Walk down the drag and there she goes. And the chatterbait is gone. There's one. I think this is another little guy. Oh yeah, just a littler guy, but hey, a fish is a fish, and I'm shore fishing, so can't expect too much. Boom. Peace. So far, both those fish have come pretty close up to the shoreline, so I'm thinking that's where the fish are hanging. Well, I just saw a bass literally sitting on the ground, not on the ground, but in the water, like right in front of me. So we're gonna see if I didn't spook it too much and if it's willing to still bite. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh yeah, this one might be actually a pretty decent one. compared to the other ones at least. I will be honest, I prefer catching fish on a spinning rod. So much more fun of a fight. Oh my gosh! You put the fish on the ground. You're an animal. This definitely is the best fish of the day. Not saying much, but still, look at that guy. A little plump belly. Again, let him go. Let him grow. Thank goodness I was looking in the water. That fish was like right down there. I don't know if there's a bed down there or something, but it was just chilling. It's a good reason whenever you're walking the shoreline, you should always be watching in the water. So if there is a fish just chilling, you can stop, back up, and kind of reassess yourself and try to catch it. There's one. Just another little guy. Bang! Look at him. What a giant. Geez, stop spinning there, bud. Boom. I think that's the smallest of the day. That one was right up by these little logs up here ahead of me. Oh, there's a bed right there. You think that that's the same fish that I just had bite? I don't know. It could just be like a male and female that were sitting on it. There was a fish sitting on it when I walked up. It's about the right spot for where that fish bit. There's one. I think I caught the male off at first, and this is the female off the bed. Yeah, this is definitely the female. Both really small fish, but like I said, this is the female. So we're just gonna go let her right by her bed, so that way she can go make some babies. Hopefully she remembers her bed's right there. Again, my eyes are glued into the water the entire time I'm walking the shoreline, because you never know when you're gonna see a fish and be able to cast to it and catch it like that. I've done that now twice. Wherever it seems like there's any kind of cover or just grass or wood along the shoreline, there usually is a fish or two. So just something to keep in mind as well for you guys is when you're fishing the shore like this, any little piece of cover, like even this little bit right here, could be holding that 3-4 pounder that you've been looking for all day. And when you're coming up to cover like that, it's always best to make a cast or two to it before you walk up on it. There's one. I mean, not much size to this one as well, but I think these are all just the little ones coming up here, the early spawners. The big ones haven't quite made their way up here yet, which is fine. All right, let a little guy go and grow. Make a baby or two for me to catch in 10 years. All right, let's keep on moving. What are the odds I see one just sitting down here in the shallows as I walk? There's a whole bunch of minnows right here, so I'm sure they're feeding up on that too. Oh, there just swam one out of these weeds. There's one. Another freaking giant. The chatterbait is half his length. Oh well, at least I'm out fishing. There's one. This one's actually a pretty decent one. This one's a really nice one. Definitely the biggest of the day. Holy cow. That's not a bad one at all. Too bad I don't got a scale along with me. We'll use my expert guessing weight here. I'm gonna say that's like a probably 2 pounder, maybe 2.5 with the belly. Not bad, not bad. Let's let old girly go. Peace. Thanks for playing. Holy cow, he came out of nowhere. I hope you guys could see that. Jeez, that was an interesting bite. I really hope you guys could see that one. Jeez, look at that guy. Again, just a little like 2-pounder, maybe pound and a half, but today that's a good fish. No, no, not my last chatterbait. Yep. So we're gonna have to switch over to a swim jig. So now this is what we're rocking with, which actually is really a lot more natural looking. And the water's not incredibly dirty, so it might work out, but I don't know. I just was really getting used to fishing that old chatterbait, you know? There's just a little guy here. We'll toss the old wacky rig down there and see if he wants to bite that. I don't think he's big enough to bite the swim jig. He can't handle the swim jig. Oh, there he is. Boom! In the boat, baby! I lost my wacky worm. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I got myself another bass. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to hit you guys with another little quick tip just because you could use one. One major thing that helps when shore fishing, if your spot allows of it, be mobile, you know, move around. Don't just sit in one spot and expect to catch a bunch of fish there. I see a lot of people do that where they'll just kind of hunker down in one spot and keep casting and casting, hoping to catch a fish. I mean, to an extent that's a good idea, but then at the same time, don't be afraid to move around a little bit.